Hi, Elizaveta, Alina, and Simon. This is Christina from The Upcoming. So lovely to speak with you today. To start things off, would you like to tell us what your film, Militantropos, is about and what audiences can expect going in?
Our film Militantropos is telling a story about Ukrainian society from the very beginning of the full-scale invasion. And this is a film about the process how people become part of war, and war becomes part of people, of human. And we were starting this film from the very first hours of full-scale invasion, and we catched really how people first of all started to organize themselves, starting to join military, and how later, like we were filming this film 2.5 years, and how later people used to it, probably.
It's a collective portrait of our society and ourselves as well. And it's about how you have to make a choice, even if it looks like there is no choice, but you still have this possibility to make it. And it influences and affects you so much that you become your human identity transformed some way. So that is the film is about.
Yeah, this deep transformation of human being inside the war, and especially going closer to the end of the film, meeting with death changes a human being a lot, not only in a bad way, but it makes us rethink.
Kind of rebuilding itself, ourselves, and like to find love, to find beauty in something that might not be so obvious when you're a civilian, when you're in civilian life.
And can you tell us a bit about your film's very interesting and philosophical title?
So Militantropos is a neologism that we invented because like all the hostilities that happened in Europe right now after 80 years of not so big war is happening must prevent a new dictionary and refined new meanings to keep ourselves. And militant, it's a Latin of soldier, and anthropos, it's a Greek word about human, so it's about human in a state of war.
On the philosophical concept and intertitles you saw in the film, we worked together with our friend. He is Ukrainian modern philosopher, name is Alexander Kamarov, but he has also joined army in the beginning of the full-scale invasion, and he liberated Kyiv region and then Kharkiv region. So it was important for us to do it together with a person who experienced war in different way that we did, because we were filming a lot, but he was doing another work, and he will join us today in evening.
I also would like to add that we were working on this topic since 2014, when the revolution dignity started and when the first phase of war in Donbass started. And our main subject, let's say, we were researching was nature of war. Yeah, a more complex question and more profound. So when the full-scale invasion started, we understood that probably we have something to say on this, because you know, all wars, they're more or less the same, how people like react, how people are doing, and having this experience we already had, and having these tools, like we were working with super talented DOPs, and with these DOPs, Christina Lizagub, Vyacheslav Tsvetkov, and Denis Melnik, we worked on the projects on war, as I said, since 2014. So having these tools, having this understanding, and what most important, having this experience of living in Ukraine gave us an opportunity and a right to make this film.
Speaking of the filming process, how did you decide who to film and what to film and where to film?
Filming itself, it was our response on the events that we faced, the horrible events, and it was a way to keep ourselves what we be before, you know, and not to lose ourselves. And firstly, it was a reaction, yeah, as I told you, and we made a little bit distance because we feel that we have to capture all the war crimes and what is happening, and then like moving forward, living through, we understood that we want to come closer to human being, yeah, and film human itself. So there is a way of luck as well, of people who we met, and some stories, beautiful stories that we captured. There is some reaction of the horrible hostilities that happened with us, and but I think in a year and a half we going through the footage, started editing process, have a long conversation about like what we are doing, what is it about. Then we understood, okay, we need to follow that or that direction on different shootings. So like I think the last year of production was to crystallize the ideas that we found or we try to capture and find the visual language, the cinema language to show some experience as well, not only the people's stories, but also an experience that is important to have together with the audience.
From the practical side of this, I would say that we had quite big team, so it's 3 DOPs and 3 directors, and it let us capture a lot in different, because Ukraine is a big country. And you have to take a lot of hours to drive somewhere, to take train or something. But this collective, our collective thing, let us be in different places in one time, you know, or be in editing room and somebody filming in the same time. So I mostly filmed in the south of Ukraine, in the occupied villages. Simon and Alina mostly filmed in the east of Ukraine. So we kind of everyone picked the way, yeah, the direction, and follow it for a year.
On the subject of collective, can you tell us a bit more about the Tabor Collective?
So we founded our company in 2013, just before the Revolution of Dignity. The idea was when we graduated university, we were classmates with Lisa in film school. And when we graduated film university, we understood that we don't want to produce our films with big film companies because there were probably lack of independence and freedom. And we would like to decide by ourselves how we would like to produce our artistic film, let's say. So this company was created to produce creative films where the authors, they're the most important people. And yes, that's how we started. And later it was like we founded it 12 years ago. Yeah. And later we figure out how to co-produce. We visited a lot of film festivals and understood the scheme. So right now, yeah, we have a big experience how to receive national funding, how to work with international funds. So we grew up in this way.
So talking about this film, like being a collective, it's crucial, important that we have 3 directors and 3 DOPs who are also co-authors, and this is a different perspectives of the topic of war, of the big war we faced, and I really believe that you cannot be one artist and one opinion of covering such a huge and multi-meaning things that we trying to explore. And also important part of this collaborative work is to have your colleague and friend nearby, because making that kind of documentaries is super hard mentally, physically, and when you're almost broke, you know that you have another one person who take care and cover you and keep the process doing.
What I want to add about collective by itself, doing different films, and this film also, that we have a very not usual, I would say, architecture of our collective, because it's kind of production company, but in the same way, it's a collective of authors who are doing films with each other for 10 years now, and who formed each other a lot in the cinema language, and producers are very much part of our team and what is going on, because they see cinema and the way we're doing it the same as we, and I think it's our biggest achievement to have this horizontal system of authors being able to do their films.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.